Hello fellow miners, welcome to this video on the Corrosive Sludge Pump weapon mastery. So I'm working my way through the rest of the weapons, and I just did the M1000, so figured I'd mix it up and do a weapon for a different class. So Sludge Pump is on the list, let's take care of it. Alright, so for the Sludge Pump, you can use any of the class mods, but of course Sludge Pump is a stats effect based weapon. I mean, that's primarily what it is. So Interrogator is, of course, the best class mod to play for it. Now, you could play Foreman, play Strong Armed. I mean, you really don't care about the range too much on the Sludge Pump, and you don't want too much range. You want a little bit of extra range, but you don't want to go too crazy, because the reason why is that when the Sludge Pump is rotating, is that there's the beam and the ground zones. So when the beam is rotating, it places ground zones down. Now, it places them down in this kind of, it's within the on the outer the outer edge of the circle itself of the rotating beam is where the ground zones are. So if you have crazy range with the Sludge Pump and it's just crazy, the actual radius is crazy long, then what will happen is that your ground zones might be way far away from the bugs that you actually want to basically be in the ground zones, because really you want basically the bugs to be hit by the beam and the ground zones, and the ground zones will usually do more of the actual damage. So, and just to clarify, if you weren't aware as to how the Sludge Pump works in terms of its mechanics, is that it has the actual beam has a tick rate of 0.2 seconds. That means that whenever a bug is making contact with the Sludge Pump, it'll tick kind of as a hit. And the ground zones themselves they tick every half second. This is 0.5 seconds, and they tick for a fraction of the damage and the potency. So in the case of Sludge Pump, the on-hit damage for the ground zones is 10% of the weapon's damage, and then the potency, or basically how many stacks you're going to be applying, it's 2/3 what the Sludge Pump is. And the lifetime actually of those ground zones is separate from the lifetime of the beams itself. The lifetime of the beam you can control with upgrades and overclocks, but the lifetime of the ground zones is always 3 seconds. All right, let's go over the gear real fast before we start. So this is a special loadout for this, because of course I want to show you how to do it. So there's a lot of gear here that is either kind of like lower level, they're just not that good, they're just epics and whatever. But of course, if you look at our stats here, we've got a lot of armor, got a lot of HP. We want to be a little bit tanky, of course, because the bugs now hit harder. Actually, we have a lot of HP because I swapped out one of the canisters. For the XP gain here, we've got a lot of XP gain, which is always great. Good amount of luck, a lot of damage, of course. So mining speed, potency, movement speed, and weapon range. Now, for the gear itself, we've got this Hunter's Harness here. It's this armor piece. It's whatever. I've been using it for a lot of my videos now. It's got some good armor, got some good HP, got some XP gain. The quirk there for healing for 50% when elite is killed, it's not nothing. It'll proc and do something, but Chinese, whatever. The chip here for Bosco, electrical chip, is very solid. We got luck, XP gain, damage. And then we got the basic quirks in here for Bosco. We have an electrical beam weapon, which we don't care about in this case because we're going heavy stats effect damage. We're not doing on-hit damage, so the shock that this provides is not going to do anything for us. But Bosco picking up XP, this is my favorite quirk for Bosco. It's a really crazy one. Of course, we love it when Bosco does work for us. Okay, frequency tuner over here, this gadget, it's high leveled, but it's just very whatever. It's got some mining speed, some XP gain, some damage, as well as some mining speed for every meta and resource mined. It's fine. Like I said, I've been using it for a lot of these videos because it's just, I feel like a very average piece that very likely you will have a piece very similar to this. That can get you close enough. Okay, so for the canister here, we have the strange mixture, and this is it's fairly high leveled, and I actually really like strange mixture. It's a great way to get a lot of HP, by the way, if you feel like you're low on HP from your armor, where it can roll HP as a primary stat, and it rolls crazy high HP. It's actually one of the highest HP rolls in the game for gear. The potency here is very, very nice, of course. Luck is good as well, as well as the 1.2% potency for every meta resource mined. Very, very solid for the canister here. Now, For the tool here, this power driver got some damage, movement speed, potency, very solid. 0.4% pickup radius for every level, so we'll have some extra pickup radius, which is always nice. And then finally for the weapon mod, I got this tactical foregrip. Now, it's got damage, potency, weapon range. Again, we don't care too much about the weapon range. It's nice to have a little bit extra, so that's okay. You just wouldn't want to use like hyper compressed fuel. Like if you're going hyper compressed fuel, which has a ton of weapon range on it, that's probably too much for the sludge pump. Now, again, for the not the VC, but the LO this week, we use hyper compressed fuel with the sludge pump because of just you had a huge range hit there, and you don't want to have the range be too low. The quirks here for 20% luck for 30 seconds when the drop pod arrives. You want to get onto the drop pod before 30 seconds elapses because you get that bonus luck basically when you get into the drop pod. If you wait till the drop pod pulls you in, you don't get the 20 luck. The 100% damage for 10 seconds with the boss bonds. Hey, that's pretty nice. So I don't know if the fight will last 10 seconds, but that's a ton of damage. All right, with that, let's get to it. Rockin' Stone.
Remember, Miner, you only get one weapon for this one. Good luck.
Okay. Bing. Okay, so for the actual upgrades, you're gonna get a lot of these damage upgrades. We don't care about the on-hit damage for the sludge. We only care about really it's the potency is the #1 upgrade you want for the sludge. You want, of course, a little bit of reload speed, a little bit of weapon range, but this is level 1 paint job for us. Even if we were on Foreman or on strong armed, or even just another class that has access to beam weapons, we don't care. Potency. So there are a number of overclocks for the sludge pump that I feel like they need to tweak them because they're just like they have impact punch, for example, as an overclock. They have a little more oomph as an overclock, and those are the damage upgrades for it are it's on hit damage, so we don't care about it. Weapon range here again. This is on hit damage, not stats effect damage. So.
I've been dreaming of something like this. Supply pod active.
Yeah, it's a pretty good weapon range right now, so we don't need too much more. Ooh, that's really XP gain. Very, very nice. And we're gonna grab the supply pod right now, basically. Take the reload here. Again, we don't care about the damage. We can grab this now just because I feel like we're gonna melt the elites. Take the potency here. Yep. Okay, so these are both good overclocks. More beams, extra beams, always very, very good. Bigger tanks, also good. This 100% lifetime does not increase the lifetime of the ground zones, just the beam itself as it rotates. But if the beam is up for longer, it places more ground zones. So it's a very, very good overclock. You could take either one of these. We'll take more beams here. Yeah, I don't want to. This is gonna be cheating. It also makes us too slow. We'll take the DRG coupons here, even though it's 3 stages. Just don't want to have to. Don't want to be too slow right now.
Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
All right. Let's take the paint job here, actually.
It looks good. It shoots better. Everyone knows that.
Potency here.
Well done. You got them all.
Yeah, we don't care about this. Stat effect damage, absolutely. More stat effect damage here is good. Good potency, and see, so impact punch. Mentioned that, and then a little more oomph overclock. Those are overclocks you really don't care about. If the options were impact punch and a little more oomph, I'll take a little more oomph just for the reload speed. I don't care about the on-hit damage. The reload speed is, it's fine. But yeah, this is a trap overclock. Never, never, ever take it. I feel like it needs to be removed from the pool. But bigger tanks is great. Potency is good. Keep moving. You get ooh, yeah, that paint job. And that's just straight up better than the damage that's offered here. So you can take this as basically a paint job. Just took the HP here though. It's a little tanky. I would never really get that in there. So if you have those the mining quirks for mining minerals and they get destroyed by bugs or by like the plants there, lava bulbs, it doesn't count. Potency here, sure. Armor here, yep. It's a little tanky. Here we got the potency. And by the way, this body shots is equivalent to an uncommon stats effect damage. So even though you think it's like, well, it's damage of all your weapons, well, it's damage of all sources, so not just your weapons. So we will keep our eyes out for body shots, but generally we prefer stats effect damage over body shots. If like, you know, when you think of like, again, if you are offered a rare, not a rare, but like, again, if you had an uncommon stats effect damage here and then the body shots here, this rare one, you would take the rare body shots as well, just because that technically also improves your on hit damage. Albeit, you know, on hit damage for Sludge Pump is very, very low. Take the potency here again. So these, by the way, Sludge Pump is great. Where I love it, where you actually have two good unstable overclocks to pick from. Top shelf sludge. I feel like if you can get 3 or more beams, go top shelf. If you only have the 2 beams like we do, I think even more beams is better. They're still good. Like you can't go wrong with either of these, honestly. And I feel like when you get like I said, if you're able to get beam upgrades, take top shelf. This is a great overclock. So I think even more beams here though. But they're just getting destroyed. So crazy. I don't want too much more weapon range, honestly. I think we're pretty good on that. Take some potency here. Nice big gain. Let's take the body shots here, actually. Armor, yep. Stats big damage, yep. What is the reload actually at on this guy? Alright. You can't go wrong with any of these, but I'm gonna take the reload speed here because the reload is so low right now. Movement speed, yep. I'll take some mining speed here, and the luck was kind of relevant, but I mean legendary mining speed. I'll just take the mining speed there. I think we were gonna miss something over here. Oh, maybe not.
That's all you got, you slippery shit.
Take the XP gain here, yep.
Diving deeper, taking you to stage 2.
I missed some gold. Maybe I re-rolled, didn't realize it. Pick a radius. Movement speed, potency, yep. Reroll. Potency, absolutely. Reroll here.
Try again.
Let's actually try to take both these. Potency, reload, reroll. And we'll body shots here. It's fine.
It's a little extra special.
I don't want to pit any of that. We'll go next stage.
Load up and get going, miner.
See if we can find the Hooli real fast too. We are gonna melt anything and everything that gets close to us.
I think we're actually doing all
We have pretty good range right now. I feel like you don't want too far. The range to be too far, because if you can look, you can see like if I'm not moving and when the beam starts, here we'll take a little tanky actually. Like if you look where there's, you know, the actual inner part of the actual circle where your dwarf is, there are no ground zones there because you can see the little bubble. There's no bubbling there. The bubbling is the ground zones. All right, let's keep moving. And you can really, we'll do stats effect damage here. Oh, let's keep moving. Sure, I mean, it's rare XP gain, why not? gonna grab that. Second. I said I feel like there's no point in saving it for the elites. Sludge Pump is one of those weapons where you just don't have to. It's just that good. Actually, where's their potency? Probably is pretty high. Yeah. Let's see a little bit more reload.
Fight for your life. A big swarm is approaching.
Take some more HP here, sure. Some more movement speed, yep. Do some armor. I don't care for the weapon range too much right now. I said our weapon range is at, what is it? This is all, I'll take this here and that's it. I don't want any more weapon range.
There you go. Delivery of one resupply for you, miner.
We could reroll. We're just gonna take the diver's manual here. This does improve our stats effect damage. We don't care about the crit chance of crit damage. The reload speed is kind of nice, I guess, but you don't need to reroll there. Keep moving. We have actually really good. No, let's get mastery mining. Oh geez, ow! I thought I was outside the range of that.
Fight for your life. A big swarm is approaching.
None of these are pretty good. Let's reroll one time. Take a bouncy here.
Objective completed.
Get the reload here. Yep. Should take a pickup radius. There's some crazy pickup radius here. There's the huli. Okay, let's get that real fast. Mining speed. Why not? We wanted to get the huli like on the edge, by the way, so that the ground zones are hitting it. So, ooh, you're both good. Take the movement speed here. Why not? Get back here. Yeah. All right. Nice. Good. Taking the extra beam here. Absolutely. Our reload is actually pretty good now. The body shots here. Let's get him to stand in the ground zones there. This is not very good at all. Potency, sure. Nice. Okay. Another beam. I should have taken a top shelf. This is actually better. I'll take the reload there. Movement speed, sure. We're gonna be zooming. Oh, and stats effect damage, absolutely. Yeah, such good mining speed. We better get both of those too. Check this corner real fast and around.
Stage 2 completed. Taking
You want the extra luck.
Well done.
Okay, I'll take the potency here.
I'll take it.
I'm not gonna since I have 40. Wait, actually, no, I have 48 luck. I'm like, wait a second, because my base luck is 28. So I have 48 luck. So what does it say? Just gonna double check. Oh, oopsies, got this backwards. So that's 20 luck. No, it is when the drop pod arrives. Okay, so yeah, that's right now. I think I'm confused. Anyways, we're not going to buy this because we want to try and get a beam upgrade. We're going to reroll here once.
What else?
Stats effect damage here. It's a little bit more expensive, but we're going to skip it.
I'm feeling lucky.
Skip.
Let's shake it up.
Let's buy that, I guess.
Upgrade. How can
I can reroll one more time.
Surely next time will be better.
Ugh, dang it. All right, fine. Go next stage. I was hoping for a beam upgrade. But we have beams. 7 beams. This is absurd. But you can even see like how concentrated the ground zones are with like all the little bubbles you see there. Very, very absurd. Watch this. He's gonna come out and get melted. Potency here, sure. Oop.
Let's get them in.
Nitro down here. Yeah, so I think Sludge Pump has got to be like one of the strongest stat spec weapons in the game. But very, very strong. But like I said, it can be very easy to build incorrectly if you're taking like damage upgrades for it, or if you're going like impact punch or a little more oomph, thinking that you're getting more damage out of it. It's not the way to build it.
I die a little inside every time I have to take out a loot box.
Let's go movement speed here. Why not? We're like super fast. Yeah. Is that everything? Oh, nope. A little bit of Rappa. Okay, now if we look at our stats, we have meta. Yeah, we have our potency is very, very high right now at 182 on the meta bucket.
Get it fixed.
We don't want that. Take the potency here, sure. We're gonna hold off on re-rolling, just in case we get like gold tip bullets or something. We're gonna re-roll with our nitra, so yeah, re-roll. Let's re-roll again. Okay, here we go. We'll take the gold tip bullets. Actually, that's fine. Very, very solid. Doesn't require us to take damage. All right, go end it now. Destroyed. That's just so absurd. I don't want to reroll. We'll take the luck. Maybe we'll get one more beam upgrade. Doesn't matter. Yeah, just
Excellent job.
so absurd. Or more mining speed. Okay. What's that guy doing over there? He's stuck.
Choice.
You're gonna die. Alright, let's get out of here now. Okay, and that's it.
You've proven that one dwarf can do the work of four if we just give you enough guns. Management is pleased.
So, Sludge Pump is probably, like I said, one of the better stat spec weapons, and that's primarily what I feel like from a design perspective, that is what it's intended to be used for, which can always makes me wonder like why the overclocks are so awkward on it. Impact punch, a little more oomph. Those are both overclocks where I honestly like you don't really care for any of them. Like I said, if you're picking a little more oomph, it's just for the reload speed. But the overclocks you want to get are more beams and bigger tanks. And then the other thing about overclock, you can go either way. And like I said, I took even more beams because at the time we only had 2, and it wasn't a guarantee we were going to see extra beam upgrades. But if you have 3 or more beams, go top shelf sludge. Very, very good overclock. But yeah, again, weapon range. We took what was it? There's 2 upgrades showing there. Yeah, so we had one. We didn't have that much there, and we also had a little bit of range from gear. You just don't want to have too much range. If you have too much range, and you'll see it happen if you do a build where you do have crazy range on it, and you'll just see the beams are just so far. Basically, the edge of the beams effectively are so far away from you that like if your bugs are close to you, they're just not going to be in the ground zones at all. And I've done that before myself. It's not good, and it's something to be aware of also when you are using the Sludge Pump and you're offered upgrades for weapons, for beam weapons, right? So because there is range for beam weapons. If you pick those upgrades, it's going to affect the Sludge Pump. Your Sludge Pump is going to be getting further and further out there. Like I said, I feel like you don't have to be like super paying attention to it necessarily, but I feel like it is something to be aware of, because if you're thinking to yourself like, oh, I want all this extra range for my other beam weapons, so it's like, well, if you have Sludge Pump, within your build, you're probably negatively affecting it. You're not realizing it. And you don't have to think about it too hard. Just like I said, if you were you just don't want to, for example, like grab like 100% extra, range from your weapons, because then, like I said, the Sludge Pump is going to be super, super far out there. That's probably, like I said, if you look at the damage here, though, the damage was only 500,000 on hit damage. Yet we did almost 16 million stats effect damage on the damage report there that you can see there. Not stats effect. It's about 15.3 or 15.2 in that range. Just based on, because what you do is you take that 15,857 and then you subtract the 496 that we had there, and then that will give you your approximate stats effect damage. I mean, we had 1 million, over 1.5 million stacks. So yeah, it's wholly a stats effect damage based weapon. Yeah, we had when we look at our stats, we had good HP. Armor was a bit lower, but I don't think the bugs ever really got too close. I think the most damage I ever took was when I got hit by those exploding lava plants. When I was a little careless, I got a little bit too close to them, thinking that I was out of range. We had good movement speed. We had really good stats effect damage. We just had a ton of upgrades. And we actually had quite a few body shots upgrades too, which they're not going to be listed there. They'd be listed under the damage stat there for 152%. So that means that, again, this is one of my gripes with the game at times, where you can't see what upgrades you picked and you don't know how things are calculated. So you're just like, well, what is this? Like, what am I supposed to, how do I figure out like what these stats mean, how they got here? It's not always very, very clear. Good pickup rate, good XP gain. Luck was like, well, actually, you know what? The luck is supposed to be lower than what it is. It's supposed to be 53. In fact, for most of the dive, it was 28. But we had the quirk for 20 extra luck when we entered the drop pod. Mining speed here, though, was really crazy high. But overall, very, very solid dive. We'll check the gear out. It will be sold. I am 99% sure. It was a gadget. Yeah, here we go. Gadget. All right. We hardly knew you.
I ain't no hoarder.
Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Rockin' Stone.
I zoned out for a moment. Let me just... Oh, great, you're closer to your target.